What's up YouTube, it's your boy SONY back here again for another video. Today we got another one by Cosmic Wonder. Bro's been going crazy with the content, especially concerning this movie in particular. We got Spider-Verse confirmed by Sony president. Huge Spider-Man plans revealed. Let's not wait too much longer. Let's see what he has to say. He's been giving us all the info. Let's begin.
How's it going, everybody? It's Warren. Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder. And
Yes,
yesterday
sir.
we were told that we were going to be getting some kind of a preview for Spider-Man No Way Home from
But
Total
it was
Film
just a
Magazine.
synopsis.
And well, they kind of gave us a little bit of a preview. Not really. They teased us with a little bit. You can check out my video from yesterday to hear more about it. But we actually got some true reveals from the
Really?
Sony Motion Pictures president about the Spider-Verse. and
Who's the
about
president
connection
now?
that
It's not
the
Amy.
MCU
It's not Amy
Spider-Verse
Pascal still,
is
is
going
it?
to have
Or,
with the Sony Picture universe
who's
of
the
Marvel
person?
characters. And this is coming from the president himself in an interview with Variety. So it's pretty much as official as it gets. And the
Right.
crazy thing is that in this interview, it pretty much confirms the Spider-Verse. It pretty much confirms it as much as you can without straight up coming out and saying, hey,
Spider-Verse.
Toby and Andrew, yeah, they're in this movie, they're going to fight alongside Tom Holland. But there is
That looks
just
so
a
good.
ton of information in this interview, including whether or not Tom Holland's Spider-Man is ever going to interact with Venom, Carnage, Morbius, and Kraven the Hunter. In
Dude.
fact, in this interview, it
Yo,
pretty
so I
much
just
tells-
heard, I forgot what his name is. I heard they just casted Kraven the Hunter. I forgot who the actor is, you know what I'm saying? But I heard they just casted him. That's interesting.
us to expect
Or is
the
a
Sinister
rumored
Six.
cast, you know
so
what I'm saying?
I'll break it all down, but a reminder, only 2 days left.
Let me see if
for
I
my
look it up real
Stormbreaker
quick.
giveaway. All you have to do to enter, subscribe to my channel and to Cosmic Culture, and
I
leave a
need
comment
that
on the
axe,
video.
man.
So if you didn't catch the news that came out a couple of days ago, Sony has officially cast Aaron
Yeah.
Taylor Johnson,
I was
the one
just,
and only who played
that's crazy. Quicksilver as Kraven the Hunter. That's actually really crazy. I want to see what he has to say, though.
plays Quicksilver in the MCU, or played, I guess. Sony cast Aaron Taylor Johnson as Kraven.
That's
Now, this
crazy.
isn't Kraven that's going to be in Spider-Man No Way Home. This is a Kraven the Hunter solo film.
Right.
And this article starts off by talking about the fact
I don't know,
that,
man.
yes, they have cast him
He's got to
as
get
Kraven.
bigger.
But then this article
grow that
kind of
beard
starts
out.
to mention the other characters. They start to mention the Venom movie coming out. Let There Be
Really?
Carnage. They start to mention Morbius. And then they start to talk about the fact that Spider-Man, specifically Tom Holland's Spider-Man, has yet to be involved in any of these movies. And when they talked about that
Good point.
separation, the Sony Pictures Motion Picture Group president, Sanford Panich, said
Never
this.
heard of him.
We don't really think of our 900 characters as the Spideyverse. We have a Marvel universe. The volume of characters we have, you know, wait until you see this next Venom. You don't miss Spider-Man. That's a pretty huge statement. First of all, the
don't
fact that there are
miss
900
Spider-Man.
different characters
Yeah, that's
in
crazy.
the Spider-Man universe alone
Right?
is pretty insane.
Right,
But he also
that's weird.
specifically
It's
mentions
crazy.
the Marvel universe, which is the MCU, and he
Right.
specifically states that you don't
Don't
miss
miss
Spider-Man
Spider-Man.
in Venom Let There Be Carnage.
As in, you don't miss him like, oh man, I miss seeing Spider-Man interact with his characters, or you don't miss him as in you literally actually see him and there's no way you're going to miss him in the film. How do you interpret that?
Now, we know that Sony wanted Spider-Man in the very first Venom film, or at least
Right.
they wanted Peter Parker to make a cameo. However, according to the deal that they had at the time, Marvel Studios said no, because they didn't want them to confuse the two different universes.
Right.
But we know
Of
since
course.
then,
Respectfully.
Marvel and Disney made a new deal with Sony. And from
That's
what we
cool,
know,
that
it does seem
imagery.
like the new deal is going to allow Tom Holland's Spider-Man to go between the MCU and the
How?
SPUMC. And even the president of Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige, came out and said that Spider-Man was the only character who had the ability to travel between different universes. So he's even hinted towards the fact that, yes, this is the new deal. And here's the kicker. Panich, after he said, you don't miss Spider-Man in the next
Right.
Venom film, he paused after that and then he said, it'll be exciting if they do meet, right? Teasing us
If
once again.
they
But
do.
he also goes
Dude.
on to be a lot more specific when
ambiguous.
talking about Spider-Man. Now, the article goes on to
That
talk
artwork,
about
bro,
how
is so
Tom
nice.
Holland's Peter Parker exists in the MCU, and any appearance that he might make in any other of Sony's films, like Kraven, Venom, Let There Be Carnage, or Morbius, might be a little confusing, and
Right.
could even be frustrating for some fans. And they
Right.
start to address the fact that
Oh,
it's
yeah, fans
already
will-
actually got confusing because we saw Michael Keaton's Vulture in Morbius.
We
But
did
here's
see
the
him.
deal.
Oh,
Panich goes on
yeah.
to say that he understands the confusion and frustration among the
Like
fans.
I said,
And
I think all this is going to be kind of resolved and maybe in a way explained, given with Spider-Man No Way Home. Somehow they're going to explain all this. You know what I'm saying? Hey, which one comes out first? I forgot. Venom or Spider-Man No Way Home? Venom 2 comes out. Holy cow, I forgot. Which one comes out? I think Venom 2 comes out first, doesn't it? And then it's Venom. Maybe we might see something in like a post-credit scene or something, you know what I'm saying, that maybe ties into Spider-Man No Way Home. If they do that, that'll be so crazy, bro.
although, of course, he didn't give any specific details, he did say that he expects that the tension will soon be resolved. And
Really?
that greenlighting Kraven, a character who's also tussled with Venom in the comics, fills in another piece of that puzzle. He specifically states,
Sinister?
there
Sinister
actually
6?
is a plan. I think now maybe it's getting a little more clear for people where we're headed, and I think when No Way Home comes out, even more will be revealed. And I mean, obviously,
There's
it kind
so
of
much
seems
going
like
on
No
for
Way
this
Home
movie,
is
bro.
going to be what really opens everything
That's
up.
what I'm
Not only
thinking,
the
yeah.
multiverse in the MCU, but also this multiverse leading into the SPUMC. And the Sinister Six is even teased here in this
Spunk.
interview, which I'll get to in just a bit. But first, one of the most important parts that we have to talk about here is what Variety states in their article. This is what they said. One of the worst kept secrets in Hollywood is that No Way Home will be diving headfirst into the multiverse and
Yeah.
incorporating characters from Sony's earlier Spider-Man movies that starred
boy
Tobey
Tobey
Maguire and
Garfield.
Andrew Garfield. Alfred Molina, for example, told Variety in April that he will be digitally de-aged in No Way Home
They're
to
go-
look like he
Look,
did
man,
at
they're getting really good with this digital de-aging technology. Like in Endgame, when they did it in that scene for when they went back in time. You know what I'm saying? With what's the dude, Hank Pym, who plays him? I forgot his name, but when they did it there, that was really good. Captain Marvel, they did it with Nick Fury. You know what I'm saying? That was really, really good. You know what I'm saying? They're getting better and better with this stuff, bro.
as
It's
the
crazy.
villain Doc Ock at the end of 2004's Spider-Man 2. Now
Right.
that right there
That's
is
still my
huge
favorite
and is
Spider-Man
very
film
revealing as
to
it is,
this
but not
date.
as revealing as what the supposed text originally said. Now on Twitter there are a bunch of screenshots going around of this
Really?
exact same paragraph that is edited a little differently. It's supposedly what it originally said, but then Variety changed the wording. And if it's true, this is what it originally said. Instead of incorporating characters from Sony's earlier Spider-Man movies that starred Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, it apparently said, and incorporating Sony's other iterations of Spider-Man starring Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. That's a pretty absolute statement, and we do
Yeah.
have the screenshots of that. And that right there is proof. Other iterations of Spider-Man. That's a confirmation right there. But even the changed version of this article is still a pretty big confirmation. I
Yeah.
mean, they even mentioned Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield by name. Granted, they were
point.
talking about the earlier movies with them in it, but they are incorporating characters from those films into a multiverse. That's pretty much as big of a confirmation as we can get. Obviously, he didn't say, oh yeah, and Toby's coming and Andrew's coming and all the Spider-Mans are
And
getting
everybody's
together,
coming,
but
and
that
you're
is
coming, and
essentially
you're
what he just
coming.
said. The only reason he actually mentioned Alfred Molina would be in the film is because we already know that. He already came
Yeah.
out and said that. So
Basically.
Marvel and Sony gave
I wonder
him
if he got in
permission
trouble
to
for that.
say that in this interview. But I mean, this is coming
Like,
from
that was a
Sony
big kinda
Pictures
scoop, you know what I'm
Motion
saying?
Picture Group president. It's as official
Like, I don't
as it
think
can
Jamie
get.
Foxx
so
has
at
said
this
anything
point,
publicly,
if
has he?
Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield aren't in the movie, then wow, they really
I'd
played us because
so mad,
basically we
bro.
just got a confirmation that yeah, they are. They're taking
Right.
characters from their universes and bringing them into the next Spider-Man film.
Dude,
and if they decided to
all
do
this
that
is for nothing,
and not
bro.
take the actual Spider-Man
looks
of
good.
those universes, that might go down as one of the dumbest decisions of all time. Now, we have more good news. When asked what the future
Right.
holds for Spidey and Marvel Studios, Panich said this. The great thing is we have this very excellent relationship with Kevin. There's an incredible sandbox there.
Look,
to
you
play
can
with.
tell they're
We
friends.
want
He just
those
calls him
MCU
Kevin.
movies
He
to be
didn't say Mr.
absolutely
Feige or
huge
nothing.
because that's great for us and our Marvel characters. And I think that's the same thing on their side. But we have a great relationship. There's lots of opportunities, I think, that are going to happen.
Can't wait
Variety
to see
would
it.
go on to ask about one of those opportunities being finally making a movie about the Sinister Six, especially with the announcement of Kraven coming to the SPUMC, in
Right.
which Panich said,
Spunk.
it's tough because I think these projects are the kind of things we have to work on in
Isn't
the
that
dark.
Joe
They're not
Manganiello,
ready
Manganiello,
until
something like
they're
that?
ready. Craven is
I
a
thought
great
he would be a
example
pretty good
because we
Craven.
just
Yo,
didn't rush
Mark
it.
Hamill
We
as
could
Doc
have made
Ock.
that 3+ years ago. It's just now the script's awesome. JC was the right choice, and we found the movie star because it was just Kinsmet. And watching this other movie and realizing that could be the perfect casting. But Variety pressed a little bit further, asking about the Sinister Six, and after a long pause, Panich chuckled and said, "It would be very cool, wouldn't it?" And I think that that is absolutely the
That's
plan.
a tease,
They're
man. That's
introducing
quite a
so many
tease
different
right there.
characters into the
Wouldn't it?
SPUMC that it just makes sense that they are setting up the Sinister Six right now.
Yeah.
And then when you have No Way Home open the multiverse and make it to where Tom Holland's Spider-Man can travel to the SPUMC, it makes perfect sense that that's what's going to happen.
I
Spider-Man
really want to
versus
see how
the
they're going to do
Sinister
that.
Six. So, pretty
really
big
do.
reveals in this Variety
Oh, yeah.
article. We basically got a confirmation of the Spider-Verse
Appreciate
and the
the,
Sinister Six. And one of
follow
the best
whoever
parts
did
is
that.
it looks like Marvel and Disney and Sony have a really great relationship,
Right.
which means this universe that is being created is not going anywhere. But let me know your thoughts about this in the comments down below. Let me know how excited you are for the Spider-Verse and Spider-Man No Way Home. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out
This
on
is
any
crazy.
of the latest Spider-Man news. Don't forget to like the video, and of course, for live updates, you can follow
That
me
me?
on Instagram and Twitter. As always, thank you all so much for watching.
Woof,
Woof woof.
All right, man. Another excellent video by Cosmic Wonder right there, man. Spider-Verse confirmed by Sony president, which he pretty much kind of did confirm it. You know what I'm saying? We all knew this, though. We pretty much all kind of figured this out with all this going on. You know what I'm saying? Now we're just waiting for the trailer. I'm thinking it's going to come June 1st on Tom's birthday. If not next week, the week after that. I'm all bets on that. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, let me know what you thought about the video, man. Aaron Taylor Johnson as Craven the Hunter. Like I said, he would have to bulk up a bit. I think, you know what I'm saying? When I think of Craven, I think of a real masculine kind of big dude who looks primal. You know what I'm saying? I think Aaron Taylor could pull it off. You know what I'm saying? Get a little beard, something nice looking beard right here. Isn't Craven like, isn't he like Australian or something like that? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So if they want to do him right, I think he's Australian. Or he's something, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, you know what I'm saying? Give him the accent, you know what I'm saying? Because he talks kind of funny when he talks to Spider-Man. He's like, I forgot what show it was, but he had an accent. I think it was Australian, maybe. I'm not sure. But anyways, like I said, give him the beard, bulk him up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Make sure he has the accent, bro. I think he might be able to do a decent job, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I think they are kind of setting it in stone to develop a Sinister Six with all these different villains, especially it's going to be in this next upcoming Spider-Man film. That's going to be crazy. Venom 2, I'm willing to bet there's going to be some type of post-credit scene that's going to either tease or lead up to Spider-Man No Way Home. I'm betting it. Anyways, because I think it comes out first if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, if you're still watching, man, like the video, subscribe because it's free, bro. It's literally takes less than 2 seconds. Anyway, with that being said, peace.